Hello gorgeous soul, welcome to your July astrology. Okay, it's a bit intense at the get-go as we have Saturn going back into Capricorn, and of course we have the full moon in Capricorn lunar eclipse. A lot of energy coming in, but it's a little bit more mellow than June. Here's your monthly astrology. Hello gorgeous Pisces, how are you doing, my psychic, spiritual, sensitive ones? You know I adore you. Well, July is going to bring us all some quite intense times, but there are little uplifts of positive energy for you. Joy, creativity, romantic moments possibly, and just a sense of feeling quite optimistic. But let's start with Saturn. Saturn, for the past 3 years, has been in your area of groups of people, also the internet, also publishing, connecting to the one consciousness, manifesting. So recently Saturn left and now he's nipped back in for the final 6 months of his 3-year stay. And for you, you have the opportunity to, and it's important because we're at the end of that period, so we really got to cram the work in. Because actually, if we cram the work in, Saturn loves to give a reward for hard work. So, you know, if we do the hard work, we will get the reward, yeah. But for you, it's all about those areas. Have you changed? Have you transformed? Have you committed yourself to the right people for you, the right web presence for you, the right the trust in yourself to manifest your destiny? Have you been grounded in your approach to all these things? Work is coming there. And to top it all off, we have a full moon and a full moon eclipse. And eclipses, as you probably know, are very intense emotionally and bring out drama, particularly in the external world. But they also bring about a big reveal. So we have the opportunity to discover something. It's like the final piece of the jigsaw puzzle is going to be revealed to us. And it can be quite emotional because eclipses are quite intense. They're like, that's it, finished, end of the story, it is done. So, you know, yeah, there's a bit of work there. But I have to say, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in your happy place. Your place of optimism, your place of soul connections, your place of children and creativity. And Mercury is going direct. Oh my God, Kathy, since I got married, Kathy sings all the time and now I'm starting to sing at the astrology. I mean, I've got to kind of, get a handle on that. Anyway, as I was saying, Mercury is going direct, and it's going direct in a wonderful place for you. So you should be feeling optimistic, thinking optimistic thoughts, connecting with people that make you laugh. And there's a lot of love around you. I mean, yes, it's still in retro shadow until the 26th, but you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, hopefully, and very creative, very loving, and very joyful. Okay, the sun and the new moon are opposing Saturn. I'm not really bothered about that, to be honest. I think you're going to be all right. When the new moon comes, the new moon is giving you a new start in all those areas. So a lot of the work you're doing this month leads to a new beginning when it comes to your joy, happiness, and relationships. So, you know, you can dump the past, any past baggage you've got in those areas and start again. But it has to be, all of the areas of your life have to work. And your kind of, your soul is scrabbling about trying to bring everything together so that you have a good support network, you're out there in the world, and you also have your close and intimate relationships and your creativity and your space to be joyful and do the things that you want to do. There's a whole lot going on there. Well, and I know there's something else going on here for you. Hold on one second. Where is it? Hold on. There's a Neptune thing. Yes, I knew it. We have, I forgot to mention, on the same day as Mercury goes direct, we have the Sun trine Neptune. Boost of fabulous energy, and you know, an injection of love, an injection of optimism, and an injection of joy. So regardless of the fact this is a very tense month with lots of kind of heavy vibes at the beginning of the month, it's a lot less intense than June. June was full on. You feel this freedom, this optimism, and this desire to go forward and to open your heart to what's going on in your world. which is great. Okay, let's see what the tarot have to say, my darling Pisces. Let's do that one more time because I've done this for 11 others. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the tarot has to say for you, my gorgeous darlings. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, there is a feeling that you are maybe fighting or dealing with someone who's being a bit defensive at the beginning of the week. And also there's a, yes, exactly, I just said that about defensive. And then what's the next card? The defensive card. I always see this as, you know, being really defensive. You know, look at that person has been through the wars, they've got the bandage on their head and they've built up this big fortress. And that may be you, having come through June and it's astrology. But guess what? There is loads of happiness, friendship and good vibes around you from people. So hopefully you're healing and letting your defences down. You're also contemplating, you know, what do I want to do with my world? And I see this card maybe differently to others. I've always, since I was like 13, I've seen this card as someone making us an offer and we think, oh, that's a bit of a tiny world. But ultimately it could end up being more than you ever thought possible. And whenever I see that card in that way, it tends to, you know, mean that. But obviously as a psychic, other things come through me and you must be the same. When you look at these cards, see if your own psychic ability, of which you have loads, is inspired to interpret it for yourself. Look out for a fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. You may want to inject some love into your life. Also, there's a Taurus, a Virgo or Capricorn. So people are starting to come in more and you have got that connection with people energy, which is the Saturn vibe. And also there may be talk about a deal or an offer that involves a lump sum of money. The other interpretation of this card, and both go hand in hand, is it's your sword of truth. You want everything to be clear. You want very clear boundaries. You want to be able to speak your truth, cut through the crap and get to the prize. And you know what? Ace of Wands is good. You are very sensitive at the moment though, so it's like you might find it the first 2 weeks of this month a little bit up and down, where you feel like, oh, you know, there may be some disappointment, but you know what? It's perfect. If you look at that, there are 2 cups behind, yeah? And what's in those cups is far better than what's been tipped over, and that is proof of that because you've got the Ace of Cups, which is the holy grail of emotion cards in the tarot. Anyway, which is great, which means love and abundance and wonder is coming. Well, anyway, I adore you. I'm so pleased that you're going to have a good month. Do come and see me on Instagram at Michele Knight, Michele with 1 L, Jesus Christ. Sometimes it's very difficult when you like do 12 things. My mind is always going faster than my mouth. Anyway, at Michele Knight, Michele with 1 L. And also, if you want a personal message from me, Cameo have asked me to go on there. So should you fancy that, or you know someone that would like a happy birthday from me, I'm at Cameo. All right, lots of love, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings. I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years, I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly handpick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope. It's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.